Is your wife the one that is responsible for finding a home in which your family was going to live after you moved out of the Manugian mansion?
That's a compounded question as well, because after we moved out of the Manugian mansion, I was responsible for finding us somewhere to go in 2 weeks. Remember, you gave me 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks I had to find somewhere to go. And so I found that. After we moved there, my family moved to Tallahassee, the home that we owned.
Okay.
And then from that point in December, absolutely was my wife I was not around, so she had to go and find a place for us to live. Prior to that, though, we looked. I've been very involved in going and looking at homes and looking at different houses, different sizes, looking at kitchens, colors, floors, walls. I've been very involved in that part of it in terms of looking for homes.
What about negotiating the rent for the home in La Paloma, sir?
As far as negotiating on the lease terms, that was primarily led by my wife.
Did you tell the court, sir, when we first started, back when we first started, that you did not know what the rent was on La Paloma Court?
I told the court that I didn't know what the final number was on that lease. Yes.
You told them, I did not know. The court specifically asked, do you know what the rent is? And you said no. Do you recall that?
You asked him what the lease and the terms were, and I said no.
So you knew some of the terms, sir, of the lease?
I was not, same thing I said then, that's why I'm being careful right now to know what you're trying to do. It's not really about restitution. I'm sorry, Judge.
Court's going to strike comments and need time to answer the question.
I'm sorry, Judge. I was, as I told my attorney, I was not sure about the terms, so no, I did not know.
You never discussed the terms of the lease with your wife?
I'm going to claim a privilege on that.
Yeah, it's a yes or no, sir. Did you discuss the terms of the lease with your wife? Not what you discussed, but did you discuss it?
No, he can exercise a privilege as to the subject of any discussions that he had. And if you want, we can
Well, it seems like he's picking and choosing questions that he wants to answer regarding what happened with the lease.
No, because that's a separate question as to whether or not.
I agree. Ms. Reyes, what's your response?
My response is that it does not disclose any confidential communication. My only question is, did he discuss the lease with his wife?
Well, if he answers the question in the affirmative, then that would, I think, give rise to the possibility that then there may be some discussions he has as to what the price was, and that's probably why he doesn't want to answer the question. So, if he doesn't want to answer the question based on marital privilege, I think I'm going to have to respect it.
Sir, as to the home, I'm going to approach the witness, Your Honor, with Exhibit 50. Now, the first page of that document, sir, is a withdrawal slip by Carlita Kilpatrick in the amount of $78,590. Is that correct?
That's correct.
The second page of that document is a cashier's check in the amount of $71,500 made payable to Jim and Caroline Carlisle for full lease payment for 6/1/09 to 6/30/2010. Is that correct?
That's what it says, yes.
And the Carlyles are the owners of the home at La Paloma Court, correct?
Correct.
The third page of that document, sir, is for $3,500, and it's again a cashier's check to Jim and Carolyn Carlisle for the lease security deposit, correct?
Correct.
And the last payment is for $3,590 to a super camp for one of your children, is that correct?
No. It's for
Who's that for?
Two of my children.
Two of your children. And that was again a check made payable, cashier checks from Carlita Kilpatrick in the amount of $3,590 issued on June 1, 2009, correct?
Yes.